you doing, Brett?
Good, man. Welcome to another episode of
Metal Monday. We're
Yes, sir.
back, everybody.
We're back. The markets are on fire.
In the wrong way.
Literally,
On the
burning
wrong way.
down right now.
So, Pete Thomas just texted me.
Okay. What did Pete say?
I'll tell you.
Hedge.
He said
Hedge.
the LME released his stockpile numbers, and they revealed that 24%, they're 24% low on copper, lowest number in years. Not sure why copper's going down. Maybe because of the EU lockdown.
Yeah.
So that's probably like in the long term that you got what's down like 6-7 cents right now, maybe more.
Yeah, I think so.
Somewhere in there.
I think the market's starting
On
to
copper.
bounce a little bit
Yeah.
as far as like on the precious metals, which that's what I looked at this morning. Just because I saw such a big swing.
Mm-hmm.
For us, that's a kind of a driver of one of our business units. So I definitely keep an eye on it. But I also think, it's like anything. You can't sell on a day like today because everybody's, running for the hills.
Yeah.
Days like today are days I like to buy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm right, and sometimes I'm wrong, but I have a hard time. Like, I guess the big swings don't get me too ramped up, especially like on copper when we were talking about your LME inventories. Like 08 is probably about when you've seen them this low. And here's the deal: regardless of whether Corona comes back in the next wave 2, it's an election year. Things are crazy, and that material is if you have a medium term outlook, I think you're going to be okay. Now the other ones, aluminum, steel. I don't know. There's still like some left on that tape to see like what that's really going to bring. But copper doesn't concern me. Precious metals don't really concern me. We talked last week on the ferrous side. I'm selling everything I can, and I'll sell more next week.
Anything?
Well, shoot, we're almost
We're almost in October.
Week after next.
Yep.
If it makes sense, and if not, I'll put it in a pile. But I prefer to kind of keep some stuff moving.
Ferris, October. Anything coming down the pipe on that?
Well, it seemed like last week everybody was still pretty
Talking
positive.
It up, right?
Like sideways to up. Nothing. I don't think big climbs like what you saw in September.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems like unless this week goes real sideways, then I guess then time will tell. But
if it
I'm
stays
pretty
sideways,
optimistic.
there'll still be a lot, at least in where our yards are, and here in Oregon and Idaho, we're just gonna keep just going crazy because people, the price point's finally at a point where people are willing to part with it, and we can still go do the work and also make a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So it just makes sense. So if we can get that sideways month,
I think we got a
going.
chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, to keep the material moving. I don't see the steel mills trying to push the price down very hard, at least, because they need the price high, at least higher, to command more money for the new steel. It doesn't do them a ton of good to go try and whack the market, unless there's just some sort of black swan type event that just craters it. But in my book, I think we're sideways to slightly up.
And we'll see what copper does the rest of the week if it kind of rebounds. In my experience, days like this when you get a 6 to 10 cent dip, you'll see maybe a little bounce back, 3, 4, 5 cents tomorrow. But we'll wait and see on that.
Yeah, 6 to 10. I'm interested in buying.
Yeah.
Not selling.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, we had our grand opening for UH Truck Shop over in Caldwell.
It was awesome. We had a great weekend.
Went well. We were able to raise a lot of money for the Veterans Garden over in Caldwell.
Yeah.
So
we're going to do kind of a special on that with the guy that runs our truck shop and runs our trucking company. We're going to do a Scrap Life special with Barry Prescott. Just because that guy's been in the scrap business on the transportation side for a long time, and I think there's something there that, it's a transportation of scrap is a huge part of our industry. It's a huge part of our business, but it's a huge part of the industry as well.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's a decent jacket companies out there that only specialize in hauling scrap commodities. So, and one of them being ours. So it's gonna be a good conversation.
That'll be a good episode. And then we also have some new shirts coming out for charity. We got the design picked out.
Yeah.
We'll post the design this week. They'll go on order beginning of October. We're gonna let everybody pick the charity. We're gonna pick about 3, and then we'll have a vote on the charity. So,
hint. Are you gonna give them a hint on what the shirt design is gonna be?
It's October is Cancer Awareness Month, so there's your hint.
There you go.
There's gonna probably be some pink on it and a Scrap Life logo, and they look
Stop!
cool.
No, don't give too much.
Okay, and they look cool.
It'll be good.
We'll reveal it this week. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Appreciate it, Nick.
Thanks.
Have a good week.